Chapter 6 out of 8 of Chronicles in Era of Chaos. Next chapter. I think this is an easy one. If we're that strong, obviously everything is easy. We just need to get lucky with the proper buffs, not with this one. Which one should I take? Unit attack maybe? Yeah, unit attack. We need a bit more luck. Okay, recruit hero, we can skip this straight away. I can skip this. Undying body, obvious. Now we have 2 undying units. So we'll place the undying body, I think, on the shark trainer. Because the shark trainer is vulnerable enough to dying in longer battles. So this is an excellent option. Oh, and we have a second shark trainer. We even have a berserker, but we don't have its buff anymore, obviously. So what I'm gonna do is I'll place undying body. I don't need more unit slots or more heroes. I need undying body on the buffed shark trainer. And that's a huge blessing. Maybe we could have placed it on the Venom spawn. Because Venom spawn dies at times. I always forget this, so it's like burns units. Here it's low morale, yeah. And this slows units. Now this is basically making some sort of a dendroid, a less effective dendroid out of the defensive units. Not a bad idea. This burning though, I think we could make a cause for it, because later there could be a buff that works with burning units. So here you make one choice and then you're gonna make another choice later. I'll go with burning this time. And who's gonna burn? Like, who else? One of the defensive units. For example, Dragon Golem. If we had a second undying body on the Dragon Golem, it wouldn't hurt. Well, the shark trainer could burn as well. After all, what else could we wish for a shark trainer? It can never die, it's invincible for a while, and it can even burn. But the problem is that we would need an area for burning. So we would essentially need 2 units. One would burn and the other one would deal more damage to burned units. And that's a good question. Given we're not attacking elsewhere, I might just place this on the devil. Even though the devil is not going to be part of the final formation most likely. Yeah, we're still unlucky. Like, what is this? Unit attack 50%. No, unit damage. Let's see. Unit HP already 40. And we don't have unit damage. We do, 10%. It's just not DMG but damage. Okay, I'll take some damage, even though it's the lowest nominal percentage. Maybe it's a bad idea, but still. I don't need a second devil. And here I will take the shark trainer. I'm a collector after all. Berserker, good question. I'll keep it on the side. Story. This is difficult. There is an RNG in play here, I think. It's random. You either get a buff or you get a very strong opponent. It can depend on previous choices or it can just be random. It can also depend on your formation, like how tempted these units could be, how disciplined they are, I don't know. Open it. If you abandon it, the problem is that someone will open it. So if you open it yourself, then you get a chance of getting a buff or a fight. If you abandon it, most likely you will get into a fight, and less likely you're gonna abandon it and no problem. So I'll just open it, especially because if you get a fight, then it's gonna be a better and easier fight than by not opening it. And this time we got a blessing, I don't know why. And this is fearless, that's amazing, 20% invincibility, or 20-second invincibility. So where should we place the 20 seconds invincibility? We already have 20 seconds invincibility on the Shark Trainer that cannot get any more buffs. But if we got another Shark Trainer with 20 seconds invincibility, how about that? We could take a lot of damage with that. Genie doesn't hurt. I'll consider Genie, but I think we'll have no space for a second healer. And no, most likely we won't have a space for it. So I either defeat these units and I get better cards, or I'll discard the Genie. So we have a chance to get a second Shark Trainer. So this is, we're waving goodbye to the Medusa. And we'll place the Shark Trainer here. And we'll maximize damage. I think this is a good plan and we should be good to go. Yeah, seems like an easy battle with the mermaid helping. Let's see who managed to heal the most. 17% versus the mermaid's 56%. That's why we have a mermaid. And that's why I was worried until we had a true healer. That's the best healer. Before that, the Arcane Archer was the best healer proportionally, so percentage-wise, it was higher because no one else could heal well enough. But nominally it was small, or smaller. The mermaid might be a part of the final formation. Okay, we got a blessing, amazing. We're choosing attack, we don't even look. As long as there is no defense. But now there is defense, we're choosing defense, we don't even look. And we stay balanced. I don't remember being out of balance. Now, leadership. HP reaches 10% for the first time. It becomes temporarily immune to damage and recover up to 50% of maximum HP. Not a bad idea for one of the chargers. But here, shieldification. Reduces your own unit damage and attack speed by 50%, but also reduces damage received by 50%. So for tanks that don't really deal damage, not a bad idea. I haven't tried this out because I rather just let them die and heal them. And I rather use leadership or some other buff because these are also random. But it might be worth experimenting on the weaker one. And this one, unit damage reduction and defense. Yeah, this is complicated. I don't know how this would work in practice, but I have some doubts. It's always like 4% of max HP. A single damage cannot exceed 4% of max HP, but how many single damage there are there? I don't know. So I'm suspicious about that one. So recruiting units. I think a Berserker could have a place in the final one. So let's try this battle first. This is gonna be a tougher one than before. Kilgore is always tough. But how tough is he? So we'll place the units in their positions and we'll fight. There is a chance we'll have to get back. Although we have 3 attackers attacking the back row, so that's good news. As soon as we start losing units, let's see if the back row goes berserk. Yeah, it does. You see, these fire throwing. And you see we started losing units. We started losing 2 units in fact. That's why I told you Kilgore is not easy. We might even leave this 1 unit. So we'll skip the genie, we won't have space for it. We skip these units. I don't know what a Firebird has to do here. Story, build a monolith, and the answer is 30. Yeah. I did it a few times, so you get some extra silver. Okay. Giant. Once I had a giant, and I even either got this enhancement or not, I don't know. But I could never find a place for the giant. So I just skipped this. Because I had better units instead. Okay, rather this one than Kilgore. Formation is good. The problem is that we'll have to fight Kilgore on Chapter 8. There is no way out. There are gonna be four Kilgore cards. You cannot avoid them all. You need to fight at least the weakest Kilgore ones. Which is a problem, but not a big problem. Okay, Devil is gone. Let's see what this means for us. After all, this is a tough battle, so what would I expect? Okay, let's speed this up. I think we didn't have Undying Body on the Devil. So if we want to use the Devil again, we'll need to revive it. But for now, we don't really need it. Tazar is a good option. Although it mainly has earth magic, not fire. So its spells are gonna recover slower. Because we have the buff for fire spells only. It's an option to get Tazar just for like the final ones. But then also check out what kind of specialty it has. And then you'll see that okay, well, Hydra, we don't have a Hydra. We have a Wyvern. It looks like a Hydra, but it's not. Or Hydra. So I'll just skip this, I'll conserve silver. This is gonna be a relatively tough fight. Now, we don't have a Devil. But we have one space. We can either try to fight it out like this. Let's see what our formation looks like right now. We can either fight it out like this, or the other option is that yeah, we bring back the Medusa. I thought this would never happen, but why not? Okay, we don't need defense units here, so we attack with the invincible shark trainers. I'll place the Medusa here, I'll place this unit here, and this is vulnerable, this unit. So maybe I'll swap the two. Okay, let's try. So I would expect the attackers to die fast. Because of the trop roll. And the initial mana, this is why the initial mana is so important. Medusa will take the loss. So initial mana is important because we can cast a stunning, like this fire spell. Now Mermaid is gone, so this is getting worse. And we cannot heal anymore that well. So well, we can heal at the end of the battle, we just cannot heal during the battle because Mermaid heals during the battle. There is other healing, I could call this reviving. Now remember the numbers, 4, 2, 1. So 4. Now it's 2. And now it's 1. We got number each time. This is why you could choose direction or number and you managed to forecast the numbers. And here is a reset heal cost. We've been quite frugal with heal cost. Another one is some stupid stone gargoyle thing that we never need. And the third one is attack enhancement. element zone. That's what I told you. If you get all 4 elemental marks, so far I've seen 2. Maybe there are all the possible elemental markers out there hidden behind some other decisions that I never took. In that case, you get 80 mana every 15 seconds. That's quite a lot. It's like a regeneration of 5.33 per second. And for all skills, the CD will be reduced by 10 seconds. So 5.33 regeneration equivalent, and we're getting a recovery of 2 already. And here we have a reduction for all fire spells, which is 20%. So if it takes 30 seconds, in that case you get 6 seconds back. And in this blessing, no, not this blessing, the other one, instead of 6 seconds, it's 10 seconds. These are comparable. So to take 5 slots on all this, it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Especially that you can get mana recovery in other ways. Let's see the Dragon Golem. What did we get here? Damage and so on. So these are unit stats. What about this? Damage reduction, tower units. Yeah, this is another one. But I think we have another option where we just get mana recovery. Anyway, let's see the units. And let's see this battle. So we either fight it out, which is something I don't want right now, or we just move the story forward. I can afford to take one of the units. I would rather take the Berserker, you'll soon see why. Now I'll need to fire someone. Yeah, easy choice. And we still have 2 healings left. Now, I might have to heal the mermaid at this stage. So I can postpone the decision and go for Kilgore, but no, rather I won't postpone the decision and hire the Berserker and skip the Archer. And we'll have an easier battle even if the power is higher. So we'll position the units, and we found a good place for the Berserker, and the Shark Trainers are gonna be here. Preferably the first one with Undying Body. And now we'll see. Maybe the devil will stay dead forever. Because now we have a Berserker. And the Berserker is protected by a tank, which implies that it's gonna die less frequently. I usually accelerate it at this stage, but given the healing abilities, I'm tempted not to do that right now. Because sometimes I run into assuming that everything is fine and then like huge healing costs. But for now it's good. 55 silver. At this stage we got a lot of silver. So this is a tough battle, but not as tough as Kilgore. We'll just take it. Like this. And we'll strengthen the Berserker. Or this Shark Trainer with the Berserker. It will have to take a longer route to get back to the top. But that's just one disadvantage. While a unit moves, it cannot really deal damage, right? That's the problem. But we have the mover's advantage as well because of stunning. But this is quite a good formation. Not ideal, but quite good. What does this unit do at the moment? So we have Shark Trainer, 21%. Wyvern did 20% damage. It's a lesser unit that's basically disposable, but it still took a lot of damage. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do something with the distance, because other units that did a lot of damage were moving while the Wyvern was already attacking. That might be the reason. No way I'm hiring any of these. Another Sandro. Amazing. With quite a few defenders, but given there are no charging units here, it's fine to just break through in one place. And that one place is either the top or the bottom. Maybe the top. Unfortunately, Berserker cannot, or can it go to the back row? Yes, it can. Amazing. Because if a unit goes to the back row, then the chargers break through, but theoretically we could also place these units to the back row. That's the good news with attackers and chargers. With defense units, they usually don't go to the back row at all. And we'll pray that the dragon golem survives. And the mermaid will also pray or sing music or something so that they revive. Or heal. So the bottom golem, check the health, the green health of the golem. It's gonna decrease quite fast. So we need to make sure that we heal and also deal a lot of damage. But it seems like the damage dealt by the opponent units is not the main factor in this battle. It's secondary. It's always observation skills that help. So if you wanted to study the game, then you would slow it down. I don't need any of these heroes, as usual. Let's see the story. This is an accept, and this one is gonna give us the Venom spawn. Assuming that you made the same choices as what I had made. So chapter 2, remember, we gave candy to the orc or something. Or no, to the Inferno unit. And also some later chapter, Evil Inferno Fire. That's why I did it. Because we want the Venom spawn, it's an amazing defense unit. So we'll need to fire someone else. Yeah, easy choice. Still have another defender to heal if we needed it. So we're gonna recruit the Venom spawn, and I think with that the recruitment itself, recruitment activities are coming to a close. Not exactly, because we might still recruit, but we're quite well off. So Dragon Turtle, does it have a buff? No, it doesn't. So Venom spawn is superior. We'll use this formation, it's fine, with the exception that we swap the two units so that they are a bit more protected. Although it's not a question of protection, the defense units gravitate towards our units. So the Dragon Golem is the one in a really tough spot. Okay, I think I can safely accelerate this. Yeah. I thought that I would only win this for the second time, not the first time. Sometimes I need like 2-3 battles to clear this stage. And when the time is over, the time is up, then we restart the battle, and the opponent's losses are permanent, our losses are also permanent. Luna, let's see. I thought this chapter was shorter. Yeah, this is gonna be a really short battle. They don't even have like damage dealers, defenders or chargers. This is like a no-brainer. I don't even look at the formation. I'm not accelerating things though, because I can get surprised. Now it's time to accelerate. You think things in one way and then you figure out that it's actually different. Now I think this is easy enough. We'll move the chargers here and the rest is gonna be easy. And I have one more defense unit than usual and 2 more unit slots than in the worst possible case. So things are looking good with the exception of buffs. I'm not that well off with buffs. But for this chapter we'll like fly through. We only have 4 cards. Why 4 cards? We have these 4 cards here. The remaining cards are buggy. Reset heal costs, we've been hoarding this. Now, leadership, we've been hoarding this one too. Yeah, here we need to think, and here we need to get lucky. So why not, given this is one of the last cards, either leadership or this one. damage attack speed, damage received by 50% reduction. Both of them are good for defense units. But this one is basically something extra for the Venom Spawn. It's the weaker of the two defenders. Dragon Golem is stronger. So why not ensure that Venom Spawn survives longer? And now we have the chance to take the toughest boss that we have. I don't know how we're gonna do this. We'll need to weaken this boss somehow. So let's see. I'm happy to sacrifice one unit at least. So we'll take all bets off the table. And this is Undying Body. So this means that this unit is... we can try our luck. This is just Fearless, unfortunately. So we're gonna do the following. This is an attacker unit with Undying Body. And this unit can be sacrificed. So I'll place this unit here. Just for the sacrifice value. And unfortunately we don't have more Undying Body units. So we'll try. There is this other option to do invincibility. We can also add the Dragon Golem and then we would lose less units. I know what I'm talking about because there is a high likelihood that we won't survive the first battle. This is a tough battle. I thought it was an easier chapter, but Kilgore is always hard. Yeah, and our idea didn't work out. We actually need another unit that absorbs the others. And this is just bait, so let's make this other unit a bit more distant. Although the mechanics, there is a chance that it goes for the Shark Trainer anyway. And we'll see if the Shark Trainer can deal any damage whatsoever. And the answer is a clear no, unfortunately. I could stop it on time, but unfortunately this is not the way to go. Okay, then we will need to do some healing, so I'm glad that we're gonna do the reset healing costs after this battle. We'll need the heavyweight units. We'll need a sacrificeable unit that's gonna revive. We have another one that's gonna revive, so worst case we'll lose 6 units. I might keep this unit just for the sake of getting a unit that... good question. I would rather go for this unit, because we can last longer, obviously. So let's try this one. Most likely we're gonna die. That's what I'm expecting. If not, then we're better off than usually. Placing an Undying Body on the defender would help, because then we could check out if we can deal damage with a Shark Trainer. Okay, one unit is already defeated, second unit is defeated, and now we have the tough part. See the fireballs. We need to get rid of this unit that throws all the fireballs. We got one casualty and our HP is getting too low, but I'm fine with it no matter what happens. Most likely we'll lose. Yeah, we lost it. But we dealt some damage. 6 units are gone, 2 are automatically revived using Undying Body, and the opponent lost 5 units, which means that if I heal the remaining units, so heal this one, and this one, Devil, no problem, we might find a use case for it later. After all, it's just... the cost is the last healing cost. It's not 5, it's whatever the last healing cost is gonna be. Shark Trainer, yes. Berserker, yes. Mermaid, absolutely. So the cost of the Devil healing was 10. Maybe we don't need it. And, well, no place for this unit. And Medusa, we can keep it, but why? Let's see, the blessing heal cost is gonna be reset at the end. If not, then you'll most likely, you can wave goodbye to a good score. Because you'll pay like 30, 50, 70, 80, whatever, 100 per healing. Even now, if I wanted to heal, it would cost me how much? Well, only 10, okay. But it's gonna increase more and more. So, we don't care about these two battles. If we can take the silver, that's fine. We'll see, we'll optimize. Now, let's go to battle. These two units stayed alive. We'll go for the back row, and we'll go for the back row from here, and from here, and from here. Plus we need healing. This is gonna be difficult. I'm letting you know, it's difficult. But given the unit advantage, I think we're gonna be fine. We'll just need to survive that back row. That back row unit didn't die. I don't know why. So I make sure it does this time. It does healing. You see, once again, what is going on with these three units? It just finally. And now we have an easy time. You see, we just couldn't end this flawlessly. Maybe we could with some optimization, but I'll just take the hit and finish the session. After all, I can reset heal cost, no problem. Fine. And we have rewards from the previous chapter, we'll have rewards for this chapter. Rewards are gonna increase quite soon. So if you have some rewards to clear in exchange for 100 diamonds, you get a chance to get 200, 300 and so on, plus other goodies. Yeah, this unit, Troll. This is a horrible unit to fight. And they troll us here as well, pun intended. So we'll take the buff, reset the healing cost. First heal anyone we want. Is this Medusa worth 10 coins to heal? Probably not, I'll disband it. And reset the cost. We'll cope regardless. And we'll go to the next chapter. Chapter 7, Clash of the Dragons. I think this is gonna be an easier task than the previous one. I always say this, and the previous one was hard. But as far as I know, we have the team already, so it should be easier, assuming we have some good buffs. And we'll continue with this chapter in the next video, 37 cards.